So, dear brothers and sisters, I'm not sure if you ever have reoccurring nightmares. This homie has a happy ending. It does, I promise. But I have two. I have two reoccurring nightmares. They're not the worst. Sometimes people have dreams of, you're trying to run away from something, but it's like you're kind of in treacle and you're kind of trying to run away, but you just can't get away from the thing which is galloping towards you, and you just can't move quick enough. I don't get that. I don't have those kind of dreams very often. I have liturgical nightmares. So I have these kind of dreams where I'm halfway down the church, hands folded, head high, and I realize I'm wearing my pajamas or something like, why am I wearing my pajamas? Or then you get to the top of, you find yourself in a room wearing your priest garments and someone hands you a microphone and says, you're on. I'm on what? What am I supposed to be doing? Like, what? Sorry. They're the kind of nightmares I get. Yeah. So the other one is a technological nightmare. I hate technological nightmare dreams where, all your stuff doesn't work. You turn something on and it's your computer turns into a toaster. No, I don't want toast coming out of my computer. I want a computer. So I had a technological nightmare this morning, and then a technological nightmarish reality this morning when I was trying to print stuff, and it's mental. And see, that's all coupled then with the fact that, the way we in real life, we deal with real people, and real people who have real problems, and real problems that don't have simple solutions. And in the face of this, you can feel just so helpless. You can see this person is in need. And I remember I was just going to bed last night, and there was four people in my mind, maybe 4.5, five people in my mind, and I was just thinking of just all of this loss and pain and confusion, and I was thinking, my goodness, I just don't have answers, or I don't have the answers I should have, I don't have the answers I need, or I don't have that kind of finger click ability to make all these things go away, and it's just so kind of frustrating. It's kind of nightmarish. It's like you're there, but it's like you can't touch the problem. You can't fix the problem. It's like, you're in a kind of a glass box and all these problems are around you. You can't help, really. That was kind of my mindset going to bed. It was just so frustrating. And then I woke up and I see all these technological problems in, trying to get things sorted this morning. And I just came into the chapel and I was kind of annoyed at myself, annoyed at the Lord, annoyed at life, just annoyed. Right? And I just came into the chapel and I said, Lord, this is just because my head is fried. My head is just so, would you just shut up a second and calm down? And I said, Lord, that's kind of how I pray at times. I'd like to say it's the Holy Spirit expressing prayers in groans that words cannot express, but that's more or less what was going on. I said, Lord, I'm just so just like this is just. Yeah, just kind of nightmarish, if I'm honest. Surrounded by problems that you just can't seem to touch, fix, or intervene in at all. And This morning when I woke up, so I was praying about just these situations and these people and these problems. And I'm not a mystic, so this isn't a mystical thing, but it's just something that the Lord gave me. He said, do you ever notice children when they're kids, when they're playing in muck, or when they're playing in general, and they pick up dirt or muck or bugs or rubbish or whatever, and they're fascinated by it. Ooh, bugs and dirt, and yet okay, it's nice for them to play with these things, but there's so much more for them. That eventually there's going to be food and things that are good for them, things that are healthy. But for the time being, these things are very important to them. And what can you do? You try to stop them poisoning themselves, but ultimately, these are experiences that they kind of have to go through. It just showed me that so it is with us. There are so many things that for us are important here. While we're here, they are important. From eternity, we'll see things in a very different perspective. But for the moment, that's where we are. And these things that we hold of greater or lesser importance, they're important to us now. And that's okay. That's okay. But the Lord has something so much greater for us in mind. And it was like myself and the Lord were just sitting on a bench looking at this child play. And then this song, which we don't sing actually here, and I'm not a huge fan of it. It's by a guy called Cody Carnes. It's called Run to the Father. The song came into my mind. And it's a very simple idea. Because I was just imagining myself with all these kind of frustrations and inabilities and just limitations, And I thought, well, see, we need a savior. And it's not me, but we have one. And we need a healer. And it's not me, but we have one. And we need a consoler. And we have one. And we need someone to give us our identity. And we have them. We already have what we need if we could just believe it. We have what we need in Jesus already. We have our healer. We have our consoler in the Holy Spirit. We have the person who reveals to us our deepest identity as a beloved daughter of God. We have that, beloved Son of God. We have that already. We already have our healer, consoler, our identity. All these things, we have them already. And just this song that was just coming to my mind then is in that reality, just run to the Father. Just run to the Father. You don't have to have the answers. You don't have to have the solutions, and things are a mess. But run to the Father. And I would imagine the Father as being kind of slightly chunky, because he gives better hugs. Chunkier people give better hugs. And so, just snuggle in. And the chorus of this song is, I run to the Father. I fall into grace. I'm done with the hiding. No reason to wait. My heart needs a surgeon. And my soul needs a friend. So I run to the Father again and again and again. In all of these messy situations, in all of these maybe sometimes that situation is irresolvable in the way that you have to go through it. The solution isn't to actually go around it. The solution is to go, like when someone passes away, there's grief, and it would be unfair. It wouldn't be right to kind of avoid the grief. You miss the person that you love. And so we go through grief, not around it. All our loss, or so many things that we learn also from failure. Is the Lord wants to carry us through these things rather than around them. But we can go through them maybe more quickly, or we can go through them without having to drag ourselves when we run to the Father. And I think there's so much consolation there, and just in the arms of our Father, because He's God and we're really not. But we already have our Savior. We already have our healer. We already have our consoler. And we already have our identity, all given to us by the Lord. And so in that reality, with that confidence, with that trust, we can just hand things over to our Father and let Him be God. So we ask the Lord today, especially for all those who are suffering, for all those who are in pain, going through grief, for those who are physically ill, for those who are struggling in their own hearts or minds. Pray for that grace that might run to the Father and experience His consolation. I run to the Father. I fall into grace. I'm done with the hiding. There's no reason to wait. My heart needs a surgeon. My soul needs a friend. So I run to the Father again and again and again.